I'm sorry it's not going to work out." He flashes his veneers one last time, and then he's gone, without so much as leaving a 10 spot to cover his half-drunk Stella Artois. I shake my head once again. I allow a few minutes, let her compose herself, her red lips parted in what seems like abject horror, and gather my thoughts. Let her gather hers. And then... "Excuse me." I climb down off the stool, drink in hand, ballet flats squeaking as I approach. She does a double take, hair swinging over the other shoulder in one swoop. "Me? Yes, you mind?" I indicate the empty chair, but sit anyway, before she can answer. If I'm going to secure her as a client, there's no time to be timid. "I couldn't help it over here. I'm not into women, no offense." She's already going for her shoulder bag. I dig her confidence. "None taken? Me neither. But that," I hitch a thumb toward the door, "that right there is what's wrong with America. Chicks like us strutting around in our best Ralph Lauren just to be rejected by some side part with a briefcase?" She yanks back, flicks her stare up and down my attire, apparently giving me the once-over. A heat curls in my cheeks, and I'm back to my sorority days. Do I look the part enough? Is this girl gonna be friend or foe? And I clap a palm to my sternum. Enough of that. "I'm coming from work," I say. "I run the bookstore down the street. I don't always look so... bookish." I pat my top knot. "And anyway, that doesn't matter. You're obviously fine in the looks department. That's not where you need my help." Her eyes light. She seemingly ignores my last statement. "Literature and legislature? I love that place." I nod, allow a grin. "But I also have a little side business. Now, it's none of my business, although it is my business." I pause for the laughter that doesn't come. "But where did you find that guy? Which dating site?" She blushes, like it wasn't obvious they were on an online date. Clears her throat. "The Spark app," she manages and frowns into her rosé. "No need to be embarrassed. What's your name?" "Kelly." "Of course it is." "Kelly, nice to meet you. I'm Blanche Carter. Now that we're friends, tell me, what in the hell just happened?" There's a moment like there always is, where the potential client weighs whether or not I'm some psycho. And really, I don't ever blame them. It's always this way when I'm being this pushy. But I've only gained 3 clients with this side work in the last 2 weeks, and Mama needs to pay off her student loans. Most of the time, though, I think these women could stand to be less trusting. Yes, even of me. But I also know what I know about love. It's intoxicating. It's magic. It's bullshit, but I don't ever say that. That's for me and not for them. But everyone who believes in love wants to believe that magic is real. And so, to get that knight in shining armor, people will listen to almost anything, if presented in the right way. I sink my teeth into my bottom lip. Maybe I was too awkward this time. Hold my breath and brace myself for the boot. When the tautness in her face softens, and what looks like amusement touches her delicate features. Phew, maybe I'll make rent this month. "It's fine." She casts her eyes to the tablecloth. "We hadn't been chatting that long anyway. It's just annoying, you know? He didn't like that I said I'm a vegetarian. He said it was way too liberal for him and there was no point in ordering a meal or taking this any further because he'd never be able to enjoy eating a bloody ribeye in my presence, knowing I was some kind of hippie tree hugger." "Oh, I see what happened." I give her the old pointer finger. "That's rule number 5. Don't talk politics." "What? I know. You didn't talk politics per se, but you talked beliefs. You talked stance. You cared about something. And hey," I snap my fingers, "that's rule number 3. Never care." She squishes her forehead at me, and I realize I've said too much. "Look," I say, "I know I look like some bad Zooey Deschanel knockoff this evening, but I'm telling you, I can help you. I know about this stuff." I'm talking with my hands, and while I do so, I flag down the barkeep for another round.